note cards you can get, and if you can't get them, I can get them for you, Bud can get them for you. They're free. There's 10 in a pack. And I really use these for thank you. Thank you for voting for SJR3. I wrote a bunch of them last night, today, or this morning. That's what I was doing over here this morning. To those who voted yes from the committee to get it out of committee. We're going to send those to those who voted yes from the Senate and the House side to get it passed. Absolutely. But I'd also like to propose this. If your state representative or your state senator voted no on this, write them a letter and thank them for participating in the debate.
Yep. Every legislator should get a letter from us, from you, especially if it's your legislator, letting them know that the process was upheld today. We've seen both sides of it as we're going along. The democracy was in action, you know, the tensions and so forth, but they participated.
And
every one of them was there pretty much.
Let me tell you the reason why. There's going to come an issue, and fact, tomorrow's one that I'm fixing to hit some between the eye with, that you're going to have to work with them on. Do not do what I've done and make people angry here, because you need their vote on another issue. And that's what being a grassroots participant is all about. So I like Mr. Merckel's philosophy of Christian love and respect. And if we had a lot more of that, I think Washington, D.C. might be a better place. I mean, shoot, Little Rock might be a better place. But I'm just saying, even if they didn't vote the way you wanted them to, or even if they got up and spoke, because there were some guys that got up and spoke against SJR3 right now that got a letter from me in their mailbox today, thanking them for voting for already. Mm-hmm. Because when I write when I write what I call an encouragement note, I just assume that they're going to vote for it.
Absolutely. I think that's great.
Okay, so.
When you're doing these, if you will leave them unsealed, and if you're coming back to the Capitol, you can deliver to those ladies outside the chamber. They'll have the pages or the interns deliver them to each desk with no postage. But it needs to be an unsealed envelope. So just put your note in there, sign it, leave your contact information, but no need to seal it.
But be sure and put the representative's name on the front. We did get a couple where there was a letter in there, but I don't know if it was two, and I had to open one to find out. So do that.
May I say one quick thing?
Yes.
Having worked in nonprofits for a quarter of a decade, a quarter of a century, I should say. Yeah. There is research that proves the handwritten note to people like Rockefeller, Gates, the billion funders. This lady from Canada did research, went around asking these people, what's the one thing you like best when you give somebody millions and billions of dollars to do their mission? Is it the statue? Is it the building named after them? Is it the street named after them? Across the board, it was the handwritten thank you note. So it makes a huge difference.
Thank you.
I hadn't planned on it, but I'm going to give one to Jan.
Yep, absolutely.
Absolutely.
And then we'll take her out of office.
Me, where I forgot to sign one of my notes. I guess I was distracted this morning or didn't have enough coffee. But I had sealed it, and the little lady in front of the chamber made me unseal it. And she goes, well, this one's not even signed. I went, oh, that's one of mine. And I signed it. And it was to Mr. Cozart, but.
Check and recheck.
Yeah.
Did you want anything, Randy, for it?
Yeah, a couple of things. Again, thank you all for being here. We didn't have this last time we were here. We had it, but a lot smaller, and it made all the difference. I want to say that we will be back in touch. Speaking only for myself, it's going to be a month or so. I got a lot of things to catch up on. At some point, Bud and I were talking about this a couple of days ago, at some point, maybe around May,
April, May,
we want to have a get-together somewhere in the center of the state, Russellville, somewhere around there, to conference and talk about what we need to do next and begin to get that ball rolling.
Some training, all that stuff. Yep.